artist who have been delighting us all across the country. And tonight we're going behind the scenes to see how some of his magic tricks are done.
Are you ready, Joe?
Ready what for?
For the water.
What do you mean, Cosentino?
We're going to fill it up with water. Sorry, Joe. See you later.
We've got that and a whole lot more coming your way on Better Homes and Garden. Hopefully. Well, he has amazed us with his magic tricks and terrified us with his death-defying escapes. Australia's grand illusionist, Cosentino, as you'd expect, is full of surprises. His performance on Australia's Got Talent in 2011 wowed the judges and audience alike.
That is like Michael Jackson makes magic.
So we're here in Melbourne to go behind the scenes to find out just how some of that magic is made. Woo!
Hello.
I should have guessed that you were going to make an entrance.
Yes, did you like it?
I love it. This is fantastic.
Welcome to the studio where the magic happens.
Oh, I recognise this.
Yes, from my TV special. That is the chair that I was placed into. The water was filling up. And 1,600 litres in a minute.
Yeah, I'm slightly horrified actually just hearing that. It was literally terrifying to watch.
Mum was there on the day. She had never seen it until the actual performance. She was really terrified. And, you know, it's real water, real locks.
Do you get scared of it?
I don't. I can't get scared. Can't
allow yourself to, I
No, not
guess.
at all. I have to be calm and composed. And obviously, if you're nervous, your heart rate increases. You can't hold your breath.
Yeah.
So it's really about being composed and getting into that zone, that pocket.
So it's almost a meditative state, you reckon?
100%.
Fantastic, but you make it look so easy. Like an elite athlete.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
this was in the aquarium, huh?
This was the Melbourne Aquarium in 2010. Once again, inspired by Houdini, he came to Melbourne. He jumped off the bridge into the Yarra, and he was handcuffed and chained, and he was down there for about a minute. So I wanted to do something that was in tribute to that. And I thought, you know, what better than putting 16 kilos of concrete to my feet and being sunk 5 metres down to the aquarium.
You know, people actually joke about putting their feet in concrete and going for a very long swim.
Being Italian, we thought it was perfect. The Argus newspaper here, that's the February 17th, 1910.
Oh, wow, it is too.
And Houdini appeared in that for doing that stunt in the Yarra. And then 100 years later, basically, I'm in the Age newspaper, and they're both articles together.
Unbelievable. And that's not the only piece of precious Houdini memorabilia.
It's the first book that came into the Commonwealth in 1924. It's called A Magician Among the Spirits. It's about Houdini debunking fraudulent mediums.
Very, very cool. Now, Houdini shares a wall with some people that inspired you from a young age as well.
Yeah, saw their shows maybe 12, 13 years old, and then, you know, inspired me to be a magician.
I also see you've got the picture of Michael Jackson up there, because dance is a massive part, and he's a huge influence on your dance.
Well, Michael Jackson's the greatest entertainer that ever lived.
Yeah.
I can't just stand still and walk from one spot to the other. I have to jump or skip or,
Do a flip or
moonwalk. Exactly.
Can you do a bit of a moonwalk for me
I
now?
can do a moonwalk for you. I'm not sure about doing it in the sneakers, but I'll try anyway.
It is brilliant. Hey, you know what I just noticed? These are actually your own branded sneakers.
They are. They're
So
my new
nice.
sneakers.
How cool are those?
As you can tell, I'm pretty excited by it.
In fact, Cosentino's life is non-stop excitement, especially with stunts like the bear trap, where he had only mere seconds to escape being crushed.
This is inspired by a builder who actually lives in Las Vegas. And I spoke to him, I said I wanted to do a straitjacket escape, upside down, spinning, burning ropes. And he had an idea, we came together, and then we came up with this concept.
See, I love the fact that you can call someone and have that conversation and they go, I know what you mean, as opposed to going,
Exactly.
help.
It's pretty cool, right?
So to give us an idea of just how much work there is, if you're about to perform a trick, how many hours goes into that?
You know, an illusion will take 3 months
Yeah.
to get from the beginning to the end, and that's for a 2-minute piece.
And of course, then there's the physical work on top of it, and you've got to stay in great shape.
It's not a matter of just aesthetics, it's about, you know, my life's dependent on it. Just doing sit-ups upside down so I can actually get my feet out of this restraint and get out before I die.
Yeah, there is that little motivation. If I selected one out.
They go on just like this.
Okay, and then you lock it around.
And make sure they're locked. Like, I mean, that's pretty tight.
Itchy, sorry.
No, that's okay, that's okay. And what I'm going to do is shim open the handcuff, like so. And then I shim it in like this as well. And there we go.
That is awesome. So there's all part of your act?
They are, yes. And I look after them every weekend. I spend time here. It's very glamorous. I get down and I'm cleaning cages.
How did you first discover magic?
I learned from a magic book. And this is the book here, The Complete Book of Magic.
Oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure I had something like that when I was in childhood.
Yeah, except that you grew up and I didn't.
So is it true that magic helped you overcome being a really shy child?
It did. Magic gave me this confidence. I had a skill that nobody else had, and therefore I was unique. And I was different already because everyone else at school could read and spell, and I couldn't, so I could latch onto something which happened to be magic, so I embraced that difference.
And Cosentino's family has been right behind him since the very beginning. Would you say that your family is a really massive part of your success?
Definitely. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. That's the dead set truth. From helping with costumes and sets and just really supporting me in what I wanted to do. Because look, as a 12-year-old kid, saying I want to be a magician is a pretty crazy idea.
It certainly is. You must be proud.
Yes, we certainly are. It's been really, really good, and it's brought the family much, much closer together.
And his biggest fan?
People keep telling me how extraordinary he is, and he's my son, and I am. I'm truly amazed that he has this wonderful gift and that he's sharing it with everyone.
Well, we certainly enjoyed watching his magic. But a little later, Cosentino will reveal the secrets of a trick that you can try at home.
Would you like to know how it's done?
Yes, I would. Earlier, we met Australia's grand illusionist, Cosentino. He took us behind the scenes of his incredible studio and introduced us to his family. Now, budding magicians, watch closely as he reveals some of his secrets.
So what I'm going to do is make a little prediction. That will be my prediction card. I'll keep that there in full view the entire time. So I'll shuffle the pack, just like that. I'll show you that every single card in the pack is completely different, okay?
Yeah.
Yes. To choose any number that you like.
Let's 3.
3. Okay, so I'm going to count down 3 cards. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And then remember, I placed my prediction down before we began.
Yes.
Okay, from another pack. You could have chosen any number you liked. You said 3.
Yes.
My prediction was a 9 of hearts. You stopped me on the 9 of hearts.
Oh, that's awesome. I watched you closely then and I couldn't guess it at all.
All right, well, let me show you.
All right.
The card you want to predict, it doesn't matter which card it is, you place it on top, okay? That's the preset there. What you also do is you take the 9 of hearts and you place it on the bottom of the blue pack, just like that.
Okay.
I take off my predicted card and I place it flat down.
Okay.
Okay? So I shuffle the pack. By keeping the 9 actually on the bottom, I release it first. So you'll see, as I release it first, it drops down, and then I shuffle the rest of the pack.
Okay.
So in actual fact, the 9 is still there.
Yeah.
Then what I do is a move that we call the glide, which is basically moving the selected card back, so it looks like that. Then I ask you to choose a number. It doesn't matter which number it is, and I count down. So for example, you said 3, so I'm counting down 1, 2, and then when it gets to your number, 3, I drop it down. So therefore, it's always the same card. My prediction was the 9 of hearts, and of course, you landed on the 9 of hearts.
That is so simple and yet so brilliant.
It is so simple and brilliant, and do not tell anyone the secret.
Won't tell us all. Well, Cosentino, this has been the most lovely day. Your family is divine, and it's been really wonderful seeing a bit behind the scenes of how you create your magic.
Well, thanks for coming down. It's been an absolute pleasure. Are you a believer?
I am dead set a believer. I think you're incredible.
Thank you.
From us, we'll see you next week with more Better Homes and Gardens. Bye-bye.